Hey, Jim Cam here, owner, founder, franchisor of multiple thriving brands in Montreal areas alone, exceeding over 100 locations. So in today's topic, I'll talk about how to deal with competition coming from a guy that opened more than 100 locations. So let's give it a go. Firstly, I'll give you a few examples of what type of competition you might encounter by owning a physical restaurant business. You need to think, you need to know your areas. There's a lot of competition. I'll call it direct competition and also indirect competition. What I mean by direct competition is another brand, another restaurant that has basically the same concept as you. And indirect competition is just another very busy restaurant nearby. So what's the difference? The difference is direct competition. So people, when they are looking, by example, for sushi, they might either go left or right. But the other one is, are the people looking for a quick lunch, something accessible, something affordable? They might go through multiple options. So they don't want something specific, they want something probably good, accessible, or affordable. So you have to think in this way. Imagine you open it in a mall, in a food court. So people going to the food court, they might not want to go specifically for sushi alone. They just want a lunch or a dinner or grab something quick. So everyone is a competition. But on the other hand is the other competition is direct competition because you're facing a opponent that runs a very similar business as yourself. In business, in any kind of business, you have to think about taking money from someone else. You cannot just ask or beg from it. Imagine people that wants to spend, they will either spend it here or there. So you just want to make sure the spending goes into you. So how does that work? When I first opened my first ever restaurant, Sushi Sama, about 12 years back, I remember I picked a location facing a very busy and high demanding sushi. All the people around me, my friends, families, they kind of say, hey, this is too risky because that restaurant is so strong, they can kill you instantly. But how I see it is, hey, if there's demand here, that means there are more for yourself too. You just have to be confident enough that you're delivering a very good product and a better product than your competition. And on top of that, you have to think about giving a better customer service and also a better overall experience. The second example of indirect competition is very funny. It's how I did it with Poke Station because I have a Sushi Sama on Fleury Street, and then I decided to open my one of the first Poke Station on the same street, just 2 blocks away. And everybody around me say, hey, you're crazy. Why don't you want to open somewhere else further away from your own existing business? And how I see it is totally different. That's why I have now over 100 locations. When I see the capacity to drive traffic, I can also see the ability to circle that traffic around. So imagine I generated a high amount of traffic through one restaurant. I can send the clients to the other ones too. That flow stays in between my own circle. So that's how I use indirect competition. A lot of people will think that competition is a bad thing, but for me, I'll explain to you why competition is a good thing. If there's competition, that means that area has high demand. If there's high demand, you just need to make sure that the flows comes into you. And how do you drive that flow into you? Make sure you have a better product, better service, and better overall experience. What I mean by overall experience is the time that the customer placed an order comes into place and how they receive it, how long does the time frame takes for them to get it, and after they finish eating it, how do they feel? You have to make sure you make your customer feel good about their experience in your restaurant. When there's competition, that means there's money flowing in that area already. So all you have to do is to place yourself inside of the flow and make sure you have the better service, better product, and better overall experience. So that's how competition is so healthy for the business. I swear, you don't want to be the guy that wants to create the flow, create the demand, and to drive traffic in that area. It's almost close to impossible. And based on those principles, this is how I did it at first. So just to prove myself right, that if I was confident enough to have a better product, a better service, and I can deliver an overall better experiences to the customers, the first Sushi Sama I opened in front of a very busy local restaurant. Sushi also. And everybody thought it was crazy. The second one, I did the exact same thing. I opened and then I just stand in front of the flow. And thirdly, this is where I tried something differently. I tried to go with indirect competition. So instead of having like a direct sushi competitor, I just go where the flow of people ordering takeouts and deliveries are highly in demand. Same principles, different areas, but formula works perfectly fine. For sure, when you open your first restaurant, you will be facing competition. So I'll give you a few tips on how you can handle competition, because you have to understand there's competition that was already into place, but there will be also competition that will wants to be standing in front of the flow too. So be aware of both. If you're doing a good job, you're getting popular, there's a lot of people that will get jealous and they will want to have a piece of the pie. So they will just come right it and try to steal it from you. So I'll tell you a few tips on how you can actually handle those kind of circumstances. There's no really big secret in the restaurant business. So I'll just give you the key points of how you can actually make it happen for you. Make sure that every serving of food that you delivered are fresh. Easy part. But how fresh can you actually make it? Just as fresh as you can, based on how good you're good at maintaining the quality of your own product. Secondly, imagine a customer comes in, they just need an extra sauce. Well, usually, yes, into the manual book, you need to charge for the extra sauce, 50 cents. But if you give it for free, do you think the customer will not be happy about it? For sure, they will be happy and feel valuable that you give them something for free. So just those small steps that you do can actually give you a long, sustainable business. And then on top of that, imagine one good customers can bring you multiple better loyal clients. Now, with TikTok, Instagram Reels, sponsor ads everywhere, it's so hard for people to generate new customers through sales or even get trusted sources from any ads that they see. So the best marketing is always word to mouth today in 2025. And those few points that I mentioned are very important, but this is where we make sure that during the training you learn all those steps so they can ensure you like a very successful business run. And over time we will make sure to have people keep checking up on you guys to make sure you're applying everything that we taught you well, because we want you to succeed. That's the goal. One successful stories brings multiple opportunities, even for you. And another good thing is people, the more they see you, the more they will trust the brand. So that's why by opening multiple locations, people will naturally get that trust inside without them knowing. People will not buy from you if they don't know you. But by seeing you so often, by seeing the brand so often in multiple places, they go there, they open the internet, they scroll on their phone, they see you. So that's how trust is built. But how you maintain that trust is all on you. So earlier I talked about Instagram, TikTok, and I also talk about a lot about marketing in general. One thing that I really want to make a point on, the quality of the content is gonna matter a lot. What I mean by that is very important to build trust with your own customers. You're probably gonna have a lot of orders that's gonna come through Uber Eats, DoorDash, or even online. And now think about how much the quality of the impact that you can have if you have very quality pictures, quality content, how they're gonna impact your customers on DoorDash, on Uber Eats, on all the other platforms. Those are the things that will help you outperform your competitor. That's usually what the first things your customer sees when they order. Now think about why I am sitting here today, investing in equipment, filming quality content with you guys. I still want to build trust. I want to build trust with you guys, potentially investing with me in the future, other than just you guys seeing me flexing Lambo on the streets. It's a good thing, but this is better. This is more high quality, professional content. I just happened to be driving on the streets and people all spotting me. That's how the whole hype started. But this is not what I wanted to do at first. But here, what you see, investing in the high quality content with high quality answers to your questions are what I want to do deeply from my heart. So let's hope this video is going to be very helpful and keep on watching. One good example that I can tell about how I did to outperform my own competition is at first I was only focusing on the restaurant business alone. That's how I did. I tried to do as best as I can based on what I know. But after, I think everybody in the business world will be trying to diversify. So what I did back in the days is I tried to go into e-commerce. So by going into e-commerce, I learned a lot about online ads, how Google Ads works, Facebook ads, and also building like a commerce platform website that people can order. So this is where I was thinking, hey, how about I convert my clients to order online? This is way before Uber Eats existed. At that time, only Just Eat existed. But the problem with Just Eat, they don't offer drivers. So you have to deal with how to handle the drivers by receiving the orders. So all they do is just give you the orders and then you handle everything by yourself. So I built my own platform on how to get the orders online, create a very efficient way, easy for all the customers to place the order. We have pictures of every items on the menu online, which is something that our competition did not do back in the days. And on top of that, we made the payment process very easy for anyone to be able to do it. And secondly, we have a team of drivers that works for us only. So that's why we were able to be so efficient in that way. This is an example from a long time ago. But now you guys are lucky. Now we have Uber Eats, DoorDash, that's gonna make everything, the whole system, the whole process so efficient and easy to manage. You guys can still make a good profit out of it. I hope this video was valuable for you guys. If you have any other questions or topics or even the points that we mentioned earlier that you want me to go deeper down, just comment below and I'll see you guys on the next video. And yes, if you guys still want to grab on our HUD locations that we have under our own hand right now, click on the link below. We are happy to be able to show you what we have. See you guys.